Hello, hello. Good Wednesday morning, all my yarny friends. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet, and today is Battle of the Stitches Week 1. This is the week where we show you the stitch that we're doing this month, and we give you a little tutorial on how to create this stitch. Now, we're really excited because Heather and I have three people joining us this month, three content creators joining us this month. We have Cassie, and let me get my notes out because I will not say their channels correctly if I don't look at my notes. All right, we have Cassie from Stitches and More. We have Janna Kaye from Flourish, Faith, and Fibers. And we have Jane from Scraptastic Yarns joining us this month. We are so excited. So 5 again this month. How fun. And the stitch that we're doing this month is this one right here. Let me see if I can remember how to work my camera angle. The Middle Bar Half Double Crochet. How pretty is that? This stitch is also known as the Camel Stitch. So we are going to hop over to the table over here. Whoops. We're going to hop over to the table over here, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to do this stitch. Now, I would love it if you guys would send pictures of what you create with this stitch. If you have used this stitch before in the past and you've already made something, send me a picture. I would love to share your pictures here on my channel. And also, we have a Facebook group called Battle of the Stitches, where if you're not a content creator and you want to be a part of this, or either way, content creator or not, you can submit pictures of what you've made over on our Facebook page. And then what we're going to do each month, at the end of each month, November was our first month, and we had Crystal from Hook That Yarn. She won. She's got her name in the drawing. She won for the first month. This is the second month. So the first 4 months, we're going to draw one person from each one that submits a picture on our Facebook group. And each person that does that, we're going to choose a name at the end of the month, and that person is going to go into a big drawing. And at the end of 4 months, after we've chosen 4 people, we're going to do a big drawing, and one of those 4 is going to win a prize. So if you want to be in the running for that, I encourage you to create something with this stitch, and I encourage you to put your finished product pictures on the Facebook page so we can get your name put in for the drawing. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So come on over to the table and let's see how to work this camel stitch. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you before we get into the tutorial. This is how this stitch works up. Look at the pretty, beautiful texture that this creates. You get this little ribbing that goes across the front. This is the front where you see the ribbing, and this is the back, okay? But that front is gorgeous. So in the comments, after you've watched the entire tutorial, I would love for you to put in the comments suggestions of what to make, what you could make with this stitch. So let's hop over to, let me get my chain going and get started on this tutorial. It's super easy. It's just a 2-row repeat, and you're going to love it. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, I was going to do this off camera, but I thought we might have some new crocheters here, and I thought I would just show you how I make my slip knot. I haven't done that in a while, but what I do is I just wrap the yarn around my 2 fingers, and then I take this and I go back up through the center of that loop on my fingers and pull up another loop, and then I just put my hook through, and I grab the short and long tail, my working yarn and my tail, and I just pull, and there's my slip knot. So with this middle bar half double crochet, also known as the camel stitch, there's not a multiple. So you can just chain as many as you want and it'll be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 12. So we've got a chain of 12. So what you want to do, you want to start in the 3rd chain from the hook. So we don't count the loop on our chain. So we count 1, 2, 3. And this is the 3rd chain from the hook. Want to yarn over and make our first half double crochet in that 3rd chain. So what you do is you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through those 3. And we're just going to do half double crochets all the way down the length of our chain. And what I'm using just for this sample, I'm using a 4 weight yarn, a worsted weight yarn, and a 5mm hook. So whatever you're doing with your project, you just use whatever yarn that you need for your project and whatever hook you like to use for that type of yarn that you're working with. Okay, so I'm going to continue these half double crochets down the length of this chain, and I'll meet you at the end of the chain. All right, guys, I have completed my half double crochets all the way down the length of my chain. So what we're going to do is turn our work, and we're going to chain 2, and that chain 2 counts as our first half double crochet. So we will not be stitching in this first stitch. We're going to move over to the 2nd stitch, okay? And yeah, so what we're going to do, let me show you. Sorry, I had to look back at my notes for a second. I want to show you where that 3rd bar hits. Let's see. Yeah, let me get my needle out here so I can show you. It's kind of hard to see. I had to look at several videos, and I watched Heather's earlier this morning. I watched Heather from Strings and Threads. I watched her tutorial, and I was like, aha! The middle bar is you have your V's right here. This is where you would normally place your hook to do your half double crochet, but instead of where we would normally half double crochet in the stitch, we're going to go below that hole where you insert your hook, and we're going to use this bar right here. This is what they're talking about when they say the middle bar. And we're just going to crochet in this middle bar all the way down. Now, don't get confused. There's another extra little thing right here. That's not it. Look at your hole for that you'd normally put your stitch in, and go to the one underneath it. So it's this bar right underneath in the middle of that hole. So like I said, the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. That counts as your, or does count as your first half double crochet. So we're going to skip this bar, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to do a half double crochet in that next bar. Okay, so this is what we're going into. What's going to happen is, I'll show you when I get to the end, it's going to force those V's that we normally crochet into, it's going to force them to the front, which is going to make our, see how it's forcing that V to the front? And that's going to make our texture on our cloth, on our fabric. So we're just going to go into this middle bar all the way down, and we're going to do a half double crochet in each one of these bars. So you can see, here's your there's your V that you would normally crochet into, and you go into the bar just below it. Whoops, I caught a piece of that extra string. So I'm going to continue these half double crochets in this middle bar all the way down, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. All right, I've done my middle bar half double crochets all the way down, and what you're left with on the end is your turning chain from the previous row. So you want to put one half double crochet, your last stitch is going to go in the top of that turning chain. Okay, whoops, I only got one. I need to do that again. I only picked up one strand. Make sure you get both loops when you're doing this. So top of the chain, make a final half double crochet. Then we're going to turn our work. That was row 2. That's part of your repeat. You're going to repeat row 2 that we just did. You're going to turn your work, chain 2, and then row 3 is just a row of half double crochets across. Now this chain counts, so you're not going to go into that first one. you're going to go into the second one, and you're just going to go into the stitch like you would normally do and make half double crochets across your project. So your repeat is rows 2 and row 3. You're going to chain 2 and turn for each row, and you're going to go into the row 2 is crocheting in the middle bar, half double crochets across, and row 3 is just regular half double crochets across your project. All right, I'm going to finish this row out and I'll be right back. Okay, I did my final stitch in my last half double crochet, but don't forget you have to put your last half double crochet. I finished in the stitch, but you have to finish your row by placing your last half double crochet in the top of that turning chain from the previous row. So we got our half double crochet to finish it off. Now you're going to turn, chain 2, and I'm going to show you the repeat again. This is row 2. You're going to crochet, you're going to skip that first middle bar, and you're going to go into the second one, and you're going to do your half double crochets all the way down using that middle bar below your stitch where you would normally put your, where you would normally crochet into. You're going to go below that and put a half double crochet in that middle bar, and you're going to do this all the way down. Okay, and then don't forget, when you get to the end, let's see, I want to look and see. Okay, I've got one more bar to go into. It kind of wants to hide a little bit in there. But we've got one more bar to go. Oops, sorry, I got off camera. One more bar to go into, and then you have your turning chain. So make sure to always half double crochet in that top of that turning chain from the previous row. Turn your work, chain 2, and then the next row is your, and remember this counts as a stitch, so go into your second stitch instead of the first one, and then you just do a row of half double crochets. So that's your repeat. You do a row of middle bar half double crochets, chain 2 and turn, another row of just half double crochets in the regular spot to stitch like you normally would, turn and chain 2, and you're just going to repeat those 2 rows for the length of your project. Okay, I'm going to finish this row up and I'll be right back to show you what this looks like. All right, there we go, guys. This is your chain. When you do that row 2 and you do it in the middle bar, it's going to bring those V's to the front to make that beautiful texture. And so I hope you will give this stitch a try. It's a beautiful stitch. And I think it makes a beautiful fabric. And so again, in the comments below, let me know what you would make using this stitch. I would love to hear your ideas. And so this is the first week. Week number 2, next Wednesday, we will come on and we will be sharing, all 5 of us. You need to watch all 5 of our videos because we are all going to be sharing a little sneak peek to see if you can guess what we're making. So Heather, myself, and the other 3 that I mentioned, all of our channels will be, well, you'll know mine, but the other 4, I'll have their channels linked in the description box so you can go check their channels out and see what they're going to be creating, and follow us along this month for Battle of the Stitches. So I'll see you next Wednesday for another Battle of the Stitches, where I will reveal a little sneak peek of what I am making with this stitch. So go ahead and put those comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. That helps to push this out so more people can see it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Live on Thursday on Crochet Crochet. There's a live on Thursday with the Spoony Stitcher Shannon. Live on Thursday, December the 5th. Join us, Shannon and Teresa, on Crochet Crochet at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Live on Thursday, live on Thursday, live on Thursday. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video today. I really appreciate it very much. And let's get Critters Crochet to 2,000 subscribers. Hashtag Critters Crochet, road to 2K. So if you like this tutorial, there are lots more. So please like, comment, and subscribe to Critters Crochet. And make sure that you tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos when they come up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.